Good morning, students. This is Lohit Ram SK, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Srimati Sri Vayyar Government Faculty College, Pavada. Dear students, in the previous sessions, we come to know what are the GNP, GDP, personal income, and DPA, all those things. But here in this session, we are going to know that what are the approaches are used to GNP, or while calculating the GNP, the approaches which are used to GNP, we want to know in this session. Let us go with what are the approaches. So here, as like in the calculating national income, the approaches for the GNP is income method, product method, expenditure method. So let's go with one by one. The first method is here income method. So that is under income method, the GNP consists of remuneration paid in terms of money. So to the employees or to the workers or to the laborers, and to the factors of production annually in a country. So that means all those factors which are involved in production process, for them they are going to pay the remuneration or salaries in terms of money. It may be a labor force or employee or anyone who are involved are connected with the productional activities. So it's a income method to GNP. Let us see what are the considerations under income method to GNP. The first one is wages and salaries. So it includes all the form of wages and salaries which are carried through productive activities by workers and entrepreneurs. So while producing, the organizations or business entities going to pay certain wages to the laborers who are employed temporarily for the productional purpose, and salaries to the regular employees, those who are working in an enterprise for a long time. So it includes that all sum received or deposited during a year. So that means only an academic year, sorry, an accounting year is considered for the wages and salaries here, but by the way of all types of contributions given to them. That means if the employees are worked over than time, that means overtime, so more than regulated time, so or allotted time, and the commission charged for exchange of materials or raw materials, and the provident fund which is for, given to the employees, and the insurance against the risk which are made, whether it's connected with the production process or on employees. So all these are considered under the GNP and under the income method, sorry, GNP method. Then the next second consideration under the income method to GNP is rents. So if the company or organization or business entities are rented, giving any rents, are given rent, its building, shops, house, factory to the others, and the estimated rents also considered. So here the all such assets are used by the owner for themselves for the productional activities or business purpose. So here the amount earned from them is also considered for calculation of GNP under income to GNP. Then the next one is interest. So here the interest received by the individuals of a country from different sources. So that means the any individual who are going to receive, this is also considered and added. So the estimated interest on the private capital which is invested. So that means privately they are going to invest it, and through that they are going to receive the on investment, but it is not borrowed by the businessman, but it's in personal business. So the interest received on governmental loans has to be excluded here because it's a payment transfer. So payment transfer is done without any productional activities, so it's excluded. But the amount which is took as by personal by the businessman as an investment, and the interest received on that is considered for calculation of GNP under income method. Then the dividends. So dividends are the part of profit which is not paid by the company, is also considered for calculation of GNP. Then undistributed corporate profit, some certain amount of profit which is not distributed by the corporates, which is remained with them. So that part of this undistributed profit is also considered. And the mixed incomes. So the mixed incomes from means undistributed corporate profits, or if they have partnership with them, or if they are income receive income from other sources. All these things are considered for calculation of GNP. And the direct taxes, which is levied on the income by the government, like on excise duties, as well as uh, the income on the individuals as well, and income on the income of corporates are considered. Then indirect taxes here. The indirect taxes like the excise duties which are levied on the sales, uh, excise duties and sales tax which is levied on the prices of commodities here. But the revenue, all this come from this indirect taxes which goes to the government treasury, not to the factors of production. So therefore, the income due to such taxes are added to the GNP. Then depreciation. So here the depreciation value is also considered for GNP, because the depreciation will be charged on the fixed factors of production, which yields profit for the company for a long time. Then the net income earned from abroad. So that means the net income is the difference between the value of export of goods and services and the value of imports of goods and services. If the differences is positive, it is added to the GNP. So that means if they are receiving more from the exports instead of paying more to the imports, so then it will be added. If they are paying more and receiving less, means it's negative, it's deducted from GNP. Then the expenditure method with GNP. So from the expenditure point of view, so the GNP is a sum total of expenditure. It's the main second approach which is used for GNP. So that is expenditure method to GNP. But the sum of total of expenditure which is incurred on goods and services produced during a year in a country. So that means while producing the goods and services, what are the expenditures? Maybe a consumable expenditure or investment expenditure as done. So all things are considered in order to calculate the GNP under expenditure method. Then private consumption expenditure. So here the all types of expenditure on personal consumption by the individual of country. So it's not for business need, but it's for personal expenditure. So it comprises of expenses on durable goods. So durable goods like building, scooter, car, so or any other durable things. Then expenditure on single-used consumers. So that means they are going to consume regularly, like milk, vegetables, uh, groceries. So all these things are expenditure made on single-use consumers. Then, as also the expenditure incurred on services of all kinds. So the services of all kinds means including fees, commission, charges paid to the, maybe it may be for lawyers, it may be for doctors, or it may be for uh, any others from whom they avail the services. Then the gross domestic private investment. Under expenditure method, the second consideration is gross domestic private investment. The expenditure incurred by private enterprise on new investments on a replacement of old capital. So it is done on the particularly for machineries and buildings, as well as for house reconstructions, like building reconstruction. So on all these things, the expenditure will be done in the form of private investment, and there will be a replacement of them also. So in particular, the increase or decrease in inventory is added to the or subtracted from it. So the from it means from the GNP. So the inventory included produced but unsold. So that means the goods are produced but not sold. It's remained with the manufacturer. So the manufactured and semi-manufactured goods during the year and stocks of the raw materials which have to be accounted for GNP calculations, because they may be sold in one or another day, but they have a value which is produced in a year and they are recorded. Then it does not take into account of final exchange of shares and stocks because their sale and purchase is not a real investment. Why? Because means their value is only recorded once and it may be changed from time to time. So the price value of the sales shares, so their sale and purchase of these financial exchange of shares and stocks are not real income, but the depreciation is added because the depreciation is charged on fixed assets and that fixed assets yield profit. Then the net foreign investment. So it means the differences between the exports and imports are export surplus. So that means the import goods are not produced within the country. So which are produced outside the country or in another country. So hence they cannot be included in the national income. But the export goods are manufactured or produced within the country and exported to the outside the country. So the income arrived from that is considered for calculation of GNP. So the difference between the value of exports and imports were positive or negative, they included in GNP. Then the government expenditure on goods and services, the fourth consideration under the expenditure method to GNP. Then expenditure incurred by the government on goods and services is a part of GNP because the government is going to spend certain amount of money on its employees, on its infrastructure, or on its for office purpose. Either it's a central government or state government or local governments, they spend a lot on their employees, police, army, and as well as for office purpose, and they have to spend some certain amount on contingencies like for office users like stationery, furniture, ventilation. So for so many things, the government is going to spend certain amount of money. So these expenditures are included, and the government also going to spend some amount of expenditure on their government enterprises. Then but expenditure on transfer payment is not added. Why? Because means the payments are not made in exchange of goods and services. It means without producing and distribution of goods and services, these payments has done. So these payments are not included. Then value added method to the GNP. The third approach to the GNP is value added method to GNP. So in calculating GNP, the money value of final goods and services at current prices during a year is taken into account. So that means only the current year's money value of final goods and services at current prices, not with old price or with the estimated price. Only the price which is running in the market is considered for calculation. So this is one of the way to avoid the double counting. So that means no other prices are considered. Only one price is considered, but for the calculation purpose it is difficult to distinguish or separate between the final products and intermediate products. So because the difference between the value of material output and the input at each stage of production is called as value added, but the intermediate goods which are connected with the production process to finalize the finished products. So only the finalized goods are considered. The intermediate goods which are connected with the final products, once if they are finalized, then only they are considered. So with this, I would like to conclude this my session. Thank you.